Good morning, everyone. It is about 7 a.m. in California, and this is my first live stream on Cheese Slave on Facebook. I have no idea if anybody will see this live, but since it's my first one, but if not, you can watch it later. Oh, some people are joining. Good. Hi, everybody. So I weighed myself this morning. This is my weight loss update. I'm doing my walk. I've got my weight vest, 30 pounds of weight. I learned this secret trick when I was baby wearing. When I had my baby, I started losing so much more weight. And I was like, wow, I should buy a weight vest. So I went on Amazon and I found this weight vest. And they have them on there. You can just search for it. And it's amazing. You guys, I can lose. I'm not telling you what you can do because everybody's different. Your results may vary or whatever, but I can lose a pound a day. This is revolutionary. Now granted, I'm not eating much, but this is how I have lost weight in the past, and I'm not doing this for very long, so you don't have to worry about me starving myself. I'm just doing this so that I can finally lose the rest of this baby weight. I know once I lose it, because I've done this before with my last baby, I know once I lose it, then I'll keep it off. But anyway, today I want to share another tip with you. I just put a blog post up on cheeseslave.com, and you can go check that out. And in that blog post, there's a video, a YouTube video, and I shared one of my tips. And I'm going to share another one today in this video. And then I'm also going to be putting up a post. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but sometime hopefully this weekend or in the next couple days, I'm going to share a tip with at least five tips. And these are tips to break through that plateau. What I always say is that the last 10 pounds are the hardest. In fact, I'm writing a book right now, and it's called, I built a business after my first daughter was born, my first child was born. I built a business that I grew to $1 million in revenue in 5 years from nothing. And I always say, the title of this book that I'm writing is The First $1 Million and the Last 10 Pounds Are the Hardest, because that's the truth. It is the last 10 pounds that, you just don't feel like you can do it. You hit this plateau. And you hit other plateaus too. I mean, after my first 10 pounds that I lost the first time, I hit a plateau. So I want to write a couple posts and make a couple videos about these plateaus and specific tricks you can use. Now, I Googled this, and the tricks I found online, I gotta be honest, they were kind of lame. They were like, eat almonds and things like that. Not helpful to me, at least. Hi, Judy. If you guys say hello, and if you have a question, you can ask me. I have a little time before my baby wakes up. I'm gonna get a text message from my husband probably when my baby wakes up, and I'll have to get off. But if you have any questions, I can answer them. And they don't have to be about weight loss either. I think I'm gonna start doing a Q&A on here. If I had just posted a blog post, was it yesterday or the day before, about fluoride and tea and kombucha and how I stopped drinking kombucha. So if you have questions about that, you can ask me as well, or anything. So anyway, let me share a tip with you about breaking through that plateau, because here's what happened this week. It was amazing. I was stuck at a plateau I was at about 140, which is the last 10 pounds. I'm trying to get to 130. I was stuck at 140, and I couldn't seem to break. I kept going down. Like, I'd get to 139.9. It was so frustrating. And I was like, and then you get to this point, and I did this last year when I initially lost the baby weight carrying baby Oliver. I just get to this point where you're like, I'm just not going to try. I'm just going to stick at, 10 pounds over. Maybe that's just what I have to do because I'm 48 years old, and I'm just not going to lose the last 10 pounds. No, you can do it. There's specific tricks. This weight vest is one of the best things I ever bought. It's amazing how many more calories you burn. And you know what, you guys? I'm gonna keep wearing this weight vest even after I get to my goal weight. You know why? Because I like to eat. I love to eat. I want to eat more. I want to drink more wine. I want to eat more cookies. I want to eat more pizza. So I'm gonna keep doing this. It's good for you too. It's good for you to lift weights. All right, so here's a tip. And like I said, there's another tip on my blog today, the post I just put up with a video on there, cheeseslave.com. Okay, rewards. This is something that, let me tell you my progress first, and then I'll tell you about the rewards. What happened was, I was stuck at 139.9, 140, couldn't get below that 10 pound benchmark. And I did a couple things, and I'll share those in the upcoming post, all the things that I did. And I broke through. And this week, from Sunday to today, Friday, I lost 5 pounds. You guys, I'm at 135. That is amazing. So I only have 5 more pounds to go. I have 2 weeks to meet my goal. So I really think I can do this. Because if I just do what I'm doing every day, it's working. I'm losing at least half a pound to a pound a day. All right, let's talk about rewards. As women are especially guilty of this, but all people are, all humans. We do not reward ourselves very well. Okay, there's maybe those gambling addicts out there and those shopping addicts or whatever. I'm not one of those people. I tend to be very frugal. I tend to give everything to my family first, and I don't give to myself. And so, you know, the key to weight loss, what I've found, is finding a way to get excited and get rewards. And when you start losing weight, you actually wake up early because you're excited to go jump on the scale. I swear this happens. And this week I've been getting up earlier and earlier and going to bed earlier and earlier. And that's my tip. And you'll watch, if you watch the video on my site that I just posted, it's go to bed early, because that's when all the late night snacking happens. That's one of my best tips. The earlier you go to bed, the fewer calories you're going to eat, because you're not going to be, that's when you binge eat, right? That's when you're sitting in front of the TV and everything looks so good and you see commercials or whatever, and the next thing you know, you ate a bag of cookies. So go to bed early. I've been going to bed earlier and earlier this week, and every morning I'm so excited to get on the scale because I'm like, oh, I wonder if I lost any weight. And lo and behold, I did. And then I'm like excited to go out and do my walk. So it's a vicious cycle. So helicopters, we're in LA. So if you go to bed early and then find a way to reward yourself, the problem with a plateau, because at first, when you first start a weight loss program, whatever it is, if you're walking like me, just trying to get 10,000 steps on your Fitbit, you will start to lose weight, no matter what, because you're probably pretty sedentary, not very active. Just by getting 10,000 steps a day, you're going to lose weight, even if you don't change your diet at all. When I first started doing that, after being very sedentary, working all the time, sitting all the time, I lost 8 pounds the first month without doing anything else, just walking, and I didn't even change my diet. So that, you start getting rewards, and then it starts getting addictive, and you're like, oh, I want more. Then you hit your plateau, and you're like, oh, what do I do now? I'm not getting those rewards. And you start to get discouraged day by day, week by week, and then you quit. That's how it works. You have to find a way to break through the plateau, and one of my secrets is rewards. Okay, so on Sunday, I was like, really kind of getting discouraged with this. So I didn't even do my diet on Sunday. Not when I say diet, I just mean I'm following on the Fitbit dashboard and just making sure I stay under the calories for the day. That's all. I don't do any other kind of diet. I don't limit what I eat or what kinds of food I'm eating. Except for that I do use stevia in my coffee instead of sugar, because it doesn't have any calories. Anyhow, when I hit this, I was at this plateau for like 2 weeks. I wasn't losing anything. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fail in front of all these people. I said I was going to lose 15 pounds in 6 weeks. And now 2 weeks have gone by and I've lost nothing. I am screwed, right? So Sunday I went out with a friend and had lunch, and it was lovely. And I just said, I'm not even going to worry about it. And I ate we shared a brunch, and so we had oysters and we had fish, and we even shared, we had 2 glasses of wine each, and we even shared a chocolate dessert, and I still lost weight the next day. But you know, I don't know how. Oh, I do know how. I do know how. It's because I set my, no, it wasn't. I don't know how. It just was a lucky thing. And it was only a few ounces that I lost weight, but it was enough to me to get excited. And that was when I realized I need to start giving myself rewards. Because when you get that excitement of seeing that you lost weight, that's what keeps you going. But if you're not seeing it, you have to give yourself some other kind of rewards. You have to manufacture rewards until you can get back to where you're losing weight again. All right, so this is what I did. I made a list, and I said I have 10 more pounds to go, and so I'm gonna come up with 10 things that I'm gonna give myself. And they're kind of stupid things, but you know, I like this. I haven't bought underwear for myself in probably like 2 or 3 years, or bras. Like, it's just, I just don't ever get to the store. If I do get to the store, it's for my kids. You know, I just don't think about it. And bras and underwear, you have to kind of go and look at them. You can't just buy them online. So, like, I have like the oldest underwear and bras, it's embarrassing to admit, in the world, but I haven't done that for myself. So I said, you know, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put that on my list. For 1 pound that I lose, I get new bra and underwear. Is that something I need to do anyway? Yes. But it's making the time for myself. Another thing I did was I said, okay, another reward is going to be, my husband and I never get to spend time together. He's always working. I'm always working lately and being with the kids. And so I said, we're going to use some of those hotel points we have. Cost nothing, but we'd have to pay for the babysitter, but we're going to go for a night or two to, you know, Santa Barbara or whatever. That's a reward that I'm going to give myself for that 1 pound. So these are things, now if you are on a budget and you can't spend any money, there are things you can give yourself that cost nothing, like a bike ride, or go to the beach, walk on the beach, give yourself an hour, a bubble bath. Just make a list of things that you can give yourself. I did that on Sunday, and I honestly, this sounds weird, but I think it was psychological, because I did lose a little bit of weight the next day. And I said, one of my rewards was to go buy some plants and seeds for my garden, because I want to grow some more things in my fall garden. And I don't remember which day I went. I think it was Monday. I went and I spent a whole hour to myself shopping for plants and seeds. And it was so lovely. I didn't have kids with me. The babysitter had them. And on some psychological level, that reward to myself, I don't know. I was excited about losing the weight because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get these rewards. Just doing that one thing. And then there were some other things I do, which I'll talk about in the post that I'm about to put up, because I'll go into more detail about how to do it with the Fitbit, tricks with the Fitbit. But yeah, now I've been losing 5 pounds, or I've lost 5 pounds this week. So I think the real secret to losing weight is not quitting before you do. It sounds very Yogi Berra, but it's true. If you don't quit and you just keep going, even when it's hard, even when you're in that plateau, even when you think, you know, you're not going to get anywhere, keep going, and you're gonna have a breakthrough. I noticed the same thing is true about making money, and I noticed the same thing is true about learning languages. When I learned French and I learned Japanese in college, you'd go for like weeks and you didn't feel like you could understand anything. And then one day, you have a dream in French, you know, or you can understand people. When I went to Paris, I could speak, you know, I was slow and I'd have to always ask people to slow down, but I could do it. So that's my tip for today. If anybody has any questions, please ask them. And I see Judy said, I noticed the same thing too. I think sometimes you need to give yourself a rest and break. I lose weight when I take a rest day and eat a little more. Maybe the body's in starve mode. I don't know about starve mode, because I think it takes longer to get into starve mode, but that's an excellent point. And I think I'll add that to my tips. Maybe I'll make it 6 tips, because I keep thinking of more. But that's an excellent point. It could have been that. That could have helped. And I think that cheat days are really good, and I learned this years ago. I did Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Body, which I ultimately don't recommend. It might work for some people, everything. That's my husband. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go back to the baby. I'm almost home. I want to like tell him stop calling me. I'm trying to wrap up this live stream. Yes, cheat days can really work. I'll go into 4-Hour Body later since I gotta go. Baby's awake. But cheat days really do help. It's weird. There's this psychological thing of I'm not overweight. I can eat what I want, like I did on Sunday. And then, especially even if you eat a lot, like you go away for a weekend and you eat a ton, you can lose it again. It comes off. So there's this psychological freedom of feeling like I'm thin now. I'm thin now, you know? And when you get to that, it's on a subconscious level, you're gonna continue to lose weight. All right, I'm just psyched that I did my first live stream, and I'm glad you guys get to watch this now or later. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna go get the baby up, or get him out of his crib. And I'll do another one of these. I might just do these like, well, we'll see. I don't want to commit to when I'm going to do them, but I would love to like be on to answer you guys' questions. So if you want me to do another live stream, comment below, even if you're watching this later. And if you have any questions, ask me, and then I'll answer them on the next live stream. All right, thanks guys. Have a great day.